So we're going to set this equal to 0 first, or less than 0 in this case. Just send that guy over. Now we're going to grab a common denominator. It'll be 1 minus x and 1 plus x. This first denominator is missing the 1 plus x, so I'll multiply top and bottom by 1 plus x so that it'll have the full denominator on the bottom, and the top will be multiplied by 1 plus x. And then this denominator is missing the 1 minus x, so I'll multiply top and bottom by 1 minus x. And this guy's missing both, so it gets multiplied by 1 minus x and 1 plus x, all less than 0. So now we'll FOIL this out, so it'll be 1 plus 2x plus x squared when you FOIL that, minus, make sure you keep track of this minus, 1 minus 2x plus x squared there, and this will be 1 minus x squared there, all over the bottom. I'm going to just distribute these negatives just so I don't make any mistakes, so minus 1 plus 2x minus x squared plus 1 minus x squared all over the denominator. And now we gather like terms, so I have 1 plus another 1 is 2 minus 1 back to 1. I have 2x and 2x, that's 4x. And I have x squared minus x squared, that goes away, but then another minus x squared. And I'll put back in the bottom, it was 1 minus x, 1 plus x. Now, we see if we can factor the top to see where it equals 0, but it's not factoring. So if it doesn't factor, you use your quadratic formula. So we have x equals negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4 times the a is negative 1 and the c is 1 all over 2a. And then this is negative 4 plus or minus 16 plus 4 is 20 all over negative 2. So this is negative 4 plus or minus 2 rad 5 over negative 2. So we can divide everybody magic triangle style by a negative 2. We get 2 plus or minus plus, same thing, over 5. And those are those. Okay. Perfect. And so now we know that it equals 0 at 2 plus root 5, and I don't want it to equal 0, just less than 0, so I'll put a solid open dot there. And then 2 minus root 5, open dot there. And then 1 is less than 2, 5, so 1 is there, open dot there for sure because it's on the bottom, and the negative 1 is there. All right. So, let's see, and 2, let's wait a second, 2 minus root 5, let's check that real fast. 2 minus root 5 is negative 2.3, oh, this negative 1 should be less than that on the other side there. Okay, so now we've got our sign line ready to go. And we're just going to plug in anything bigger than 2 plus root 5. It's a funky number. I'm just going to plug in something really big, a billion. If I plug in a billion to the top, it's going to be negative a billion squared. So the top is going to be negative, and this will be 1 minus a billion will be negative, and 1 plus a billion will be positive. So the negative negative will make positive over here. Since every single factor is to an odd power, I am safe to alternate. And I want stuff that is less than 0, so I want stuff that's negative. So here and here. So my answer is everything, all the x's between negative 1 and 2 minus root 5, because I can write union 1 to 2 plus root 5. And that's my answer. Excellent.